Well, hello, welcome back to another episode of my so-called Xennial life. This is actually another retake of the beginning of the opening sequence because for some reason, thanks to my fucking technology that I own, my voice was not matching my lips and I couldn't figure out and I couldn't fix it. So it just means I have to redo it all over again, which really aggravates me. The others seem to be okay. So anywho, enough about me complaining about how technology despises me. In continuation of Final Fantasy VII month, I'm actually going to talk about Bandai Collectible Edition Final Fantasy VII Collectibles that I have. It's the only piece of non-merchandise I have relating to Final Fantasy VII that isn't the video game. Obviously, I got the game on PSP and I've had the game in the past. So it won't be a very long episode because I only have the one item, but I think you might enjoy it anyway. At least I hope you would. But back in 1998, 97, 98, 99, Square did release several collectibles for the video game, but I only have this one from a company called Bandai known as the Final Fantasy VII Collectible Edition, which featured several characters from the game that are like, little figures like this big. So I'm going to flip my camera phone around and I can actually show it to you. So here they are. So let me show you the four main characters first. So here's Tifa and her long legs and big boobs. Here's Barret and all his muscles and little gun. Well, not quite so little. Here's the main guy, Cloud himself and his spiky hair. And here's Aerith with her big hair and bright lipstick, obviously. Now, obviously, besides the four main characters, and now obviously didn't have all the characters, there's no Cid and there's no Cassif, there's no Red or Sephiroth, but these are the four main ones. But they did include two other ones, a frog and a chocobo, or chocobo. I think I called them chocobo, but I think they're actually pronounced chocobos. Now, the frog was an enemy in the game, but there was also sort of like a spell, because remember, it was, even though it was science fiction, it had a lot of magic in it, and your character can get turned into a frog. And I think the remedy to cure your character of being turned into a frog was something called Maiden's Kiss, but I might be wrong. And a chocobo, they weren't really enemies. Actually, you can race them in the game, and that actually lets you, once you race them, and get special chocobos, you can get like special items and stuff like that. One of them is known as Cloud's Limit Breaker, which is sort of like a very powerful move. They say his big final limit breaker. You have to race the chocobos to get them. So I'm gonna turn my camera to the side. So here they are. Here's all six of them. Now they're pretty big. Here's my hand, so you can guess that they're really big. And they're not. I've kept them in, I didn't really keep them in the box, but I've not really taken them out of this. Here it is. Hey, there's me in the shadow. So you can get the idea. Now, it does come with this, which is both their weapons and I think, some of the stuff to actually, like little stands to keep them, to stand them up and put them on display. So, like I said, I've never opened it, But like I said, I have taken them out of the box anyway. So here's the box. As you can see, Final Fantasy VII Collectibles Edition, made in China. And, nobody under the age of 8, made by Bandai. More of what would have been in there. And they pretty much, they look bigger on the box. But, as you see, they're not that big. But they look pretty similar. Now, here's one thing that's interesting. Right there. That's Red, but Red does not come in the package, but yet he is on the back. I have seen Red for sale before you can find him on eBay. I think I saw it at like Electronic Boutique or something like that. And I never did buy it, but I always wanted Red because he was my favorite character. Now here's what the collection looks like within the box itself. As you see, the box is definitely seen better days. And like I said, I've taken the stuff out of the box, but I never really took the other plastic covering off of it. I just,
it's good because sometimes crud gets in here and I want to take it out. And I believe my mother gave this to me from my birthday back in 98, possibly 99, because, these things were not, they might have been limited editions, but didn't mean that they weren't for sale for a while. As you see, the box has definitely, seen better days, but I guess it could be in worse conditions. So I do keep this. Unlike the, the Mutant Chronicles thing, I don't have any plans to sell this, and because I rather, it's very sentimental for me, and I really still very much love Final Fantasy VII. So I do plan to keep this with me for as long as possible, or at least until, I die. Because then if I die, when I die, it's not really going to matter if I have it or not.
See, told you this video would be relatively short. Not every video of my so-called Xennial life needs to be like, 10, 20, 30 minutes long. Matter of fact, I'll try to do more short ones in the long run. But yeah, that was my only memorabilia besides the game itself that I still have. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you like, share, subscribe, maybe even tell me about if you have what collectibles you have from the Final Fantasy games or in video games in general. Doesn't really matter where. But anyway, I do plan at least one more video for the month of Final Fantasy VII, and then any future episodes will probably be more spontaneous in a way. So anyway, until then, watch out for future episodes, and have a great rest of the weekend. Bye.